What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike, and today, my friends, we're back with 7 and 7, and I've been getting some comments. I've been receiving some DMs, notifications. Talk to us about the threaded through ball. So that's what we're gonna do today, and I'm even gonna do one better. I'm actually gonna compare and contrast the threaded through ball versus the normal standardized through ball. And I've got examples of both that I want to put up on screen. You've never seen me do this before. We're going to introduce a couple different lines of what would happen if you chose this or if you chose that. If you appreciate the content, please drop a thumbs up, share it around the community. It tells me you're enjoying what we're putting together on this channel. And in the comments down below, what's the discrepancy that you use threaded through balls, and driven passes? And then also, what tutorials and tips do you want to see next? I'm talking ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. As we begin, we're gonna talk about the maximum wings. And some of you might understand this reference even before the clip breakdown or the freeze frames. And if you're unable or you're not sure in terms of how do you execute a threaded through ball, well, you're gonna use the through ball command, and then you're gonna either hold while you're executing that through ball, R1 if you're on the PlayStation, or RB if you're on the Xbox. And that's going to activate the threaded through ball. It's a modifier. First freeze frame. You see, I've started to make the run down the line. All good. And it might be a little bit cut off. I haven't put myself on screen yet, but I know that I'm going to be in that same corner. But it's important to glance at the radar before you make this pass, because you can see if there's space in behind, and you can also glance and see where's the other center back. Maybe he's not on screen for you, especially depending on your camera view, and you need to make sure that you have enough space both in behind the attacking player where the ball can work for you. That space can be used to your advantage. And then also there's enough separation between the center backs and other fullbacks and even center mids that might be chasing back as we get into the classic break. And we're not talking about Kit Kats, not that type of break. We've all seen those commercials. We have where you're looking at a counterattack and you're breaking out. Now this is the difference, and it's something I want to show. That green arrow with the circle, or maybe it's not a circle or not an arrow, so to speak, but those dots. The green dots is what would happen if you use a normal through ball. And this is understanding the difference, my friends. Now, the pinkish dots, that's what's gonna happen with a threaded through ball. So you have to make sure you have enough space to work with it, but we do. And it goes right beside that center back, but it sets me up for an opportunity to score. If I do a normal through ball in that situation, that's fine, it will complete the pass. However, I won't have the opportunity to score without doing a skill move, making another pass, maybe running and cutting left or cutting right. Something has to happen. And the final example that I wanted to bring attention regarding the threaded through balls, not the compare and contrast necessarily, but just another example of a threaded through ball, is the misstep. And we're gonna showcase this where we've got a player. He's running into space. Very common, you see this. You've got an opportunity for a counterattack. And the key to success here, or the key to the choice, is that fullback. And that's why I wanted to circle him. Because he stepped up, he's left so much space that was already there, was in behind, but there's no support for the center back. So it's beneficial for you to take the gamble, and instead of using a normal through ball, to go ahead and play the threaded, because the threaded's not as accurate as a normal through ball. It's gonna go into space, and it's not going to be as definite in terms of making the connection. We're not done. Now we're talking about the normal through ball and doing a little bit of that comparing and contrasting. The lack of space you have in this example, this is where we're using the regular through ball. The threaded won't work. There's too many bodies, and you don't know if it's gonna lock onto your player properly or possibly one of the defenders. Or it goes into space, but it doesn't go where you were hoping to direct it. It almost has a mind of its own, so you have to make sure that you have enough space where it's just not going to go wrong. Or at least you have as much coverage as possible. As you can see in the second example, still deals with space. I don't think there's enough space to play a threaded through ball. The goalkeeper can cover if it's not perfectly accurate, and then also you've got to think you're running into that same location. It just seems problematic. Your odds aren't good, and that's where you use the normal through ball, even a regular A pass there, just your regular normal standard everyday ping pong passing might have been effective as well. And then the last freeze frame, and I love this, we have the normal through ball, which is what you're gonna see is gonna be the green, and then the pink is what a threaded through ball would look like. And I think the threaded through ball would actually go straight to the center back, or the goalkeeper would pick it up. Both would be negative results. You would lose the ball, you would not be scoring goals. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop a thumbs up, and I will have another tutorial coming out tomorrow. Let me know in the comments, what do you want to see? Talk to me about threaded through balls, standardized through balls, and then also the driven pass, because that's kind of the decision in a lot of these examples. Which of the three do I make the choice with? Which one's the best?